high-risk investment. Trading on margin carries a high level of risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Before deciding to trade, you should carefully consider your investment objectives, level of experience, and risk appetite. The possibility exists that you could sustain a loss of some or all of your initial investment, and therefore you should not invest money that you cannot afford to lose. You should be aware of all the risks associated with trading and seek advice from an independent financial advisor if you have any doubts. Market opinions. Any opinions, news, research, analyses, prices, or other information contained on this video is provided as general market commentary and does not constitute investment advice. Master the Markets will not accept liability for any loss or damage, including without limitation to any loss of profit, which may arise directly or indirectly from use of or reliance on such information.
Hello traders, welcome to our live trading webinar today, live trading workshop. Today we got a lot in store for you. So today we have the ECB press conference that's happening at about currently just now, just so that the markets are really on the boom at the moment. I'm actually watching Brent oil at the moment. Okay, so that's what I am actually looking at. Let me just bring that across to this screen over here. And I'm thinking actually of putting a resting order actually. Let me do that over here. Hopefully you guys can see it. Those of you who are joining in for the first time, the usual format that we do in these sessions is that we take a look at some live trading positions. Okay, so let me just share a few of these things. I think you'll be able to see it on the Brent oil at the moment. We take a look at some live trading potential trades. We also take a look at a small topic as well when there's time. And then also number 3, we'll answer any questions or whatsoever not. And also any upcoming events that's coming with us as well. One thing that's coming up is the Elite Traders Mastermind, which I'll be talking about very shortly. And it's happening in person in London as well. It'll be good to see some of you guys in person. Now, before anything else, let me just see if I can and I'll put this through the Telegram channel as well. I will put this resting order here and see if we get a fill or not. We just have to be patient, I guess. Let me see if we can do that. Pending order, buy limit. I want to go for the close of this bar, right? 65.56. 65.57 is what I would like to get in at. And for now, I'll just put it for the low of this, 65.15. And I've just placed that order through. So let me just see this very quickly as well. In terms of, okay, never mind. I guess that's fine. So we might get a fill. Let me just quickly put that onto the signal as well, Telegram signal for those of you guys who are in there. So I just need to find this one. Just bear with me, guys. I'm just going to talk you all through this as well. So I'm looking at 6365. Yeah, that's the one, isn't it? 6561 signal, and I'm looking at buy. So I will put this one across for you guys, 65.57. So let's take a look over here as well. I'm looking at 65.57, 65.15, and then I'm putting the target. I'll put that in a minute. Let's do that. There we go. So I've put that through the Telegram channel. So we'll see how that goes along. And the target, I'll be taking a look at. Let me see. So we got a open. Yeah, so it's just come in there, 6557. And we got 65.12, it should be. 65. Let me just see why this one is is doing that. Let me see. Yeah, this one should be the correct one, I believe. 65. It's telling me 65, 63 at the moment. Wonder why. 65. Maybe because, let me just see that. 65. Yeah, that's the closest I think we got. Not sure why it's, because it's just giving us the buying price of a spread. Yeah, that's fine. I guess that's fine. Good. So the other thing what I wanted to do here, let me just see if I can amend the stop loss price here as well. 65 point, oops, I got that now. 65.15 is what we want. Yeah, I've just sent the edited one to the channel. And the target traders, what we're looking for is a 1 ATR target. The 1 ATR will be 15 cents. If you can read that from here, if I put my cursor back in there, it's 15 cents. So 65, 57 plus 15 cents, isn't it? Is what I'm taking a look at. 65.72. So 65.72 will be over here. Okay, just missed that just by a little bit just now. Let's see if we do get into that one or not. I'll amend that. I'm not even sure if you're going to get a fill, but anyway, it is how the game goes. So wait and see. Good. So we got all of that locked in. So that should come through your Telegram channel. Those of you who got into it, that's great. Did come quite close to that. Didn't really get in there. So anyway, traders, just to give you a heads up on this particular trade, I did check the volume as well. So basically on this live trade that we are taking a look at, we are taking a look at number one, we are taking a look at the trend alignment across the different time frames. The second thing that we also take a look at is the stretch principle. And then the third thing then we look at is our open equity data to place our stop losses and targets accordingly. MAE for stop loss and OE for the target perspective. Okay, so that's how we have done this. I'll go through this in step by step as well. And then we'll go through also the volume as well. Because remember that anything that we do over here, we are looking at a combination of the price action as well as the volume as well. Okay, so if I bring up the oil chart here, right, and you'll be able to see all of that there as well. Okay, so let me just see over here. I think Charles hasn't joined us yet. Okay, that's fine. So so that's what we got over here in terms of the oils. So that's on the live trading position. I'm going to take a look at a few more positions. Now, those of you joining in for the first time over here, in this session, we actually cover quite a bit actually. So we cover some potential trades, as I said, we cover through a topic, and then we also will take on questions and upcoming events as well. So this and more in this live trading workshop here. All right, traders, those of you joining in new, this is me, Teo Napan here from the Master of the Markets E-Trades Conference and the Traders Open Day, okay? Right, so let me carry on into taking a few more look into other instruments. If you guys got some other instruments that you want me to take a look at, do let me know and I will take a look at it. You see over here, the volume is perfect. Look at that, right? Textbook example. It's supported by the green dots, by the VSA light, as well as the volume spikes over here, supporting this upward move as well, okay? One last thing that I'll also mention here, if I go back into here, doesn't look like that thing, it's quite strong. Not sure if we'll get a fill, but anyway, if I go back into here, our second target I'll look at, if I look at the ATR of yesterday, 1.77, right, 1.77, So 0.8 times 1.77, $1.41, okay? $1.41 is what I'm taking a look at. So the close price here, 65.56, right? So 65.56 plus, actually, let me do it this way. Put the decimal points plus 141 plus 1.41. That's 66.97. So that's my second target over here. So we might get a fail. Let's see if it goes through there or not. This is the good thing about patience, right? So 66.97. Okay. Good. So I got that one there. So if it does get to that point over there, traders, then we will get our ATR range being fulfilled, okay? So let me just make sure that I got the numbers right. So 0.8 times 177, that's about 141. 141 plus the low today, 64.59. Maybe I put the wrong numbers in. 64.59 plus 1.41. $66, isn't it? Is what we're looking at. So it did go through this, but because of the spread, we didn't get maybe filled in. At the moment, it's a 6-cent spread, isn't it? Yeah, 65, 65, 61. So it's not doing it. If you guys want to enter this on a live order, then we can do a smaller one here. Let me see if I can do a smaller one. Right. Right, not sure why it's not allowing me to do that. Okay, let me do that again. They close the thing. That's in October, isn't it? Okay, yeah, got you. So that doesn't look like it's allowing us to do that order. It's a pity, isn't it? We just missed it by the spread. 65, yeah, I think. You know what? We will be patient on this. Also, we just got to see it go. I think there's no other way around this. Anyway, so let me do one last thing. 65. I'll see if I get at least this one filled. If it does come back, and our target can be for 66. 66, right? 66 is what I am looking at. There we go, right? So this, I really like this trade because the volume is confirming as well on this. It's just that it's just being a bit stubborn in getting us filled in. Also, the spreads are a little bit as well, isn't it, over here, traders? So that's fine. So we got all of that. 65, 60. I'll see if we do get a fill. Doesn't look like it. It looks like it's quite strong, traders, yeah? 65. Yeah. At the moment, 65 is a 5-cent spread, isn't it? So if it comes down, 65, 60 is what I got. That's fine. Let's see if either one of that gets filled, then I can delete the other one. and we can see how that comes along. Let me take a look at the other ones, then I'll start explaining to you guys what we are really doing over here. I was taking a look at cable just now as well. They're all really moving quite fast, isn't it? Yeah, I did see them just now as well. Let me see if euro dollar, if I can capture it as well. Nope, I can't as well. I was taking a look at it on the 5 minute. We missed that one as well. That would have been an easy win. Yeah, anyway, let's focus on what opportunities are coming now. Yeah, so we got a end of day trade on this one, on the euro dollar. So that will be doing very well, at least on that side. But this one, traders, we did. Yeah, I did have this on my watch list just now. Yeah, this was just 10 minutes ago, wasn't it? 13. So if you look, that was a signal. And that would have easily hit that within 10 minutes, right? That's okay. It is what it is. I was busy away with Brent, looking to wrestle with Brent to get in. But it is what it is. This one on the 5 minute, yeah, that would have done it as well, right? 9, that's fine. Let's take a look at the others. Now, DAX, on the other hand, will we get an opportunity here? Now, this might be one at 2:30. Let me see. That's on the uptrend. So this one, let's go through this together. We got about 6 minutes before that bar closes. So let me bring this trend alignment table up, right? And then we do this together, and you'll get the idea about this whole strategy here. And I remember Paul, you're in the room as well. I remember when Paul was here with us, we did the exact same thing. And Brent oil again, yeah, can you believe it? It's history probably, hopefully it repeats itself again. And all the three targets hit for Brent oil, and it was a perfect volume textbook example as well. So he can definitely remember that one. But today, I'm not sure if we will get lucky or we will just have to see Brent go past us. It looks like we have to see Brent go past us, unless some of you already entered it live, regardless of the spread. It is about, over here on Trade Nation here, getting about 5 cent spread. Thinking about it, I should have factored for it. But it is what it is, okay? Some of you who are in it, that's great for you guys. If it does come back down, I might consider it. Let's see. But let me not get distracted. Let me get back to DAX again. So I got an uptrend phase 1 here, right? And then on the 4 hour here, I got uptrend phase 1 as well. Sometimes if the trend doesn't align, it is what it is. And traders, you're going to get this sometimes on some trading days. Might just not correlate, or you might just miss trades. If that happens, just stand back, don't chase the trade, all right? So it's important that you guys understand that, because when you chase trades, you might regret it later, because when it doesn't go in your favor, you have to always follow your plan. That's the most important thing, okay? In terms of the 15-minute time frame, over here, we got a downtrend phase 1. Okay, we got a downtrend phase 1. So I only got one time frame really matching up for us. And this is the upper stretch as well, which has been taken out, right? So the upper stretch, not even the lower stretch here. Okay. And then one ATR. Has the ATR range been done? Let me check on here. So here, yeah, it looks like we're not going to get it, guys. Yeah, Anyway, 0.8 times 296. Yeah, just got to be aware of the spread, wasn't it? Widened a little bit. Anyway, 236. It has done its range here, but if we do want to get it towards this 1 ATR target, there's a little bit more space there. I would say still yes. Okay, ATR range has been done. And my bias would be towards the long side because you see, 3 time frames are all aligning towards the upside. Only one is downtrend phase 1. Okay, and the stretch is also aligning towards the upside as well. Okay, so that's why on the DAX, I'll be looking on the upside. The same thing you will see for the Brent oil as well. I'll do that for you guys. At least out of all of this, if you can see the basis of how you're taking it, then you can also apply this in your own trading also, okay? So that's the whole idea out of this. So let's take a look now. In terms of DAX, I'll wait for the 15-minute to confirm to the upside, okay? That's what I'll be waiting for. In terms of this one, yeah, it's fine. Let me just double check the volume before we go forward. That's Brent over there. Yeah, what to do, right? It's it's not filling us. It's not filling us in. We missed it because of the spread. Oh well, it is what it is. Just got to get more used to that over there of the spread, isn't it? I'll keep that in mind for the future. Now, on the other hand, let me see over here. What am I looking for? DAX, right? DAX. I could have reverted to the GBPUSD just now as well. Let me quickly take a look at the GBPUSD. We're not getting it anymore, we traders. So 0.848, this has definitely done it. Euro dollar, has it done it as well? Yeah, looks like it, right? 56, 64, yeah, it's done all of that. So they're all done their ranges. Yeah, anyway, next time we'll be there. If you guys want to carry on taking days, we need to wait for a confirmation of the top before we get there. But in any case, yeah, you can see now Brent is really going for it. We just missed it. Those of you who've taken it is good. Let's see if it gets to our second target or not. First target would have been hit. If you have entered it on here because of spread, we missed it. What a pity. Anyway, so let's see if the second target gets it at $66. If it does, it's a bit of a history repeating itself, Paul, which you would have remembered when you were with us at Park Plaza, London. Good. So that's on Brent. Now, let me at least keep my eye on the DAX then. Now, I just wanted to go and take a look at the volume, isn't it? In terms of this. Let's take a look at the volume here. So the volume is increasing on here, right? On this bars here. And then after that, we did get a confirmation of this top as well. So there's a bit more strength towards this selling here on the DAX, but there's no alignment with the higher time frame. So this is when I'll stand back a bit and not get into the trade of a short, right? Because I've done all of this over here, isn't it, traders, right? I've done the trend alignment and on the 15 minutes a downtrend, but it's not aligning with all my other time frames. I at least need 3 time frames correlation, okay? Traders come to us and tell us, oh, Tiro, you know, I'm just taking trades on the 5 minute, you know, or the 15 minute. But you know, it's just not working for me. And the reason is, as we always say, start with trend alignment or direction alignment, either one of them. And then after that, if both aligns very good, and then put the volume on top as well as the stretch principle too. Okay, with all of this combined, then it will become a bit more stronger and robust strategy. Okay, that's the whole idea of this premise. So on this basis, I'll wait for the 15 minutes to confirm its bottom, and then I might consider a trade on this. Okay, in terms of 1 hour also has turned, isn't it, into a downtrend also. In terms of the DAX, it might do its stretch to the, it might form its range by doing the stretch. This is what I think it's going to do, but that's not our setup. So I might, I won't take a look at that. This low hasn't been taken out, 24,234. Nope, it's not done that. So we'll leave that one over there, and I'll see. And has the ATR range been done? Yes, it's been done as well, right? Yeah, it is what it is. So Brent was the closest we had, and then we had also the euro dollar, but of course they're all up and away now. I did keep an eye on the 5 minute on this, but yeah, as I was waiting for Brent, I think we kind of missed that. Okay, anyway, those of you who did get in, I can see some of you did get in on this. You guys said you, when it came back down, you did adjust your spread entry and you got in. Those of you who are in this trade, right, what you can do is, at the moment, right, on this particular bar, you can trail your stop loss, because you see, this is what we call an outsider bar here. Took out the stops and then came back up again, right? So we always trail the stop to the place where the stops got taken out, okay? And even when you marry that up with the, so now your loss will be minimized quite a bit now, but to 65.54 between your entry and here, if you're riding it to the second target. Those of you who have two positions, your first target would have been hit by now, and then now you're riding it to the second target. And why the second target at 66, as I mentioned just now? It's towards forming the range on this bar here on the daily. So yesterday's average range was 177. 80% of that is what I did the calculation here. Do you all remember? So it was $1.41. So what I'm saying is, today, at least from the high to the low of this bar that is forming, I'm looking to capture at least $1.41. To do $1.41 from the low that it's got at the moment, that will bring it to $66. Okay, that's what we did, right? Remember? So from here, from the low all the way to here, you see 141. So that's the how we are getting all these targets. And why we have conviction in that? Because the range has got to form every day, isn't it? An average range has got to form every day. That's what gives us the conviction, okay, in terms of all these particular trades, okay, because of a recurring principle. Now, in terms of the volume also, in terms of the volume as well, as you can see, perfect example, right? Just like that day when we were in London, trading it live, you can see that as well, okay? Nice volume uprising, and then followed by consecutive up bars, and also the VSA light also turning green there as well. Paul, what's your, I guess, you getting any memories out of all of this? Let me see if I can unmute you as well. I'll just do that in a moment. And just as we are going through all of that, I know some of you are also asking me some reference links as well for some of the material here. I would say the first thing to do would be 7 steps to CTP. Definitely watch these videos, over 15 years of collated research that we have put together for this one. Once you put your name, email, and number, your contact details, hit the green button, and then you will get the videos being sent to your inbox, okay? So that's one. and you can watch that at your own free time. This will really, really help you. And the other thing also is our YouTube channel, right? youtube.com/master the markets over here as well. And you can watch through the videos. The ones that I will highlight to you, the first thing is, after you click the subscribe button, click on also the all bell icon. That will ensure that you get the notifications whenever we go live, okay? That one is an important one, because some of you say that, oh, I've subscribed to it, but why don't I get notifications when you go live? And the reason is that, okay, you got to hit the all bell icon. The other videos I can give you as reference is also the stretch principle videos, right? Definitely do watch that. And also you can take a look at all our live videos here that we do on our channel. This we do it every Wednesday, okay, on our channel. And every Thursday, what we do is that we go live on the Trade Guide channel over here, okay. So at the moment, you can see that's where we are going live at the moment, okay. And you can always watch all of this later on. They're all stored under here. The Trade Guider channel is youtube.com/Trade Guider, okay. That is the one over there. And then in terms of our website, if you want to go and take a look, masterthemarkets.net. For Trade Guider, will be tradeguider.com. At the moment, in terms of Google search, we're having some issues, so make sure to type in our URL link into the search bar, okay? That's what I would recommend. SMI and VSA, if you guys want to take a look at that, there's some links there as well. If you want to get both of those indicators onto your charts, take a look at this. You can read through all of this over here as well. With Trade Nation, this is how we are pushing out the signals through the Telegram channel that we have, okay? So thanks to them, and if you guys want to open up an account with them, you can do so. It'll be easier for you also to follow the signals through that, okay? So good that I've given you all of those links. And the last thing is, talking about upcoming events, we got an annual summit coming up. Me and Gavin are going to be doing it 18th and 19th of July in Westminster, London. It's going to be in person. Some of you have got the email, WhatsApp messages, all on that. And you can take a look at this at your own free time, okay? We've got very limited spaces, so book your tickets before they are gone. It'd be great to see you guys in person, because I know it's been quite a while since we really did much of in-person events. It's all been online and virtual. So it'd be a great one to catch up in person as well. It's going to be a great time together. Also on the first evening, we're going to have there's going to be lunch provided both days, and first evening we'll have dinner together and everything, okay? Good. So that's that one there. And let's see how our Brent is doing. Brent is still going quite strong towards the target, and the others are still remaining strong on euro dollar. The last part, what I just wanted to brush up was just the rules on this, so that you guys can take away and apply it in your own strategy, okay? So that was the final thing what I wanted to do. So let me go through this with you guys, right? And time being, I'll also unmute how to talk. Yeah, Paul, I think you've got your mic there. Whenever you want, you always feel free to jump in and share some comments, especially if you're getting any rendezvous from this Brent oil trade that we had taken while you were here. Good. So with that said, let me just cover this final part then before we conclude, because I know it's coming near to time. I want to cover a bit on the entry rules, okay, and the exit rules as well, okay. So we'll take this step by step, and we'll see what's the basis for this strategy, okay. So let me take a look here. Take a look at Dow Jones as well. We did have a particular trade here as well. keep an eye on the DAX as well. This is on the 15 minutes. We might get another trade on this, traders. Let's see. I just want to make sure, as I'm keeping an eye, has it done this 1 ATR range today? 296. So it hasn't done that. So I will keep an eye on this one. And it's still maintaining that bottom. So that'll be good. And if you see, the volume is supporting that bottom, isn't it? Okay, this is good. Yeah, so I'll keep an eye on this one. As we're keeping an eye on this, I'll go through the rules, yeah? So the first thing in terms of this strategy, what we take a look at, number one, traders, we take a look at is, we look at trend alignment, as I said, yeah? Now, so we go across all the different time frames and we check the trends. Now, what we got here, which is quite unique at Master the Markets, is that we remove the guesswork. Because a lot of people might say, oh yeah, you know, uptrend is higher highs, higher lows and all that. But think about it, traders, right? But if you do not have the tops and bottoms quantified, it just becomes guesswork, isn't it? If I just hide that here, and it will not, and that will hinder you from becoming consistent, achieving consistent performance in your trading. Let me explain. So when you take a look at a chart like this, right? So in fact, let me just do it. Yeah, let me just show you on a daily first. So you see over here, when all this happens and everything, you're not sure, especially in real time, you're not sure. Some people might say, if I show this to 10,000 people, some might say that's a top. Some might say, no, I don't agree. Some might say this is a top. Some might not agree, right? Some might say that this is a bottom. Some might not agree. Some more will maybe agree that this is a bottom, and then as it's going up. But when that's happening, how will you know if that's a bottom? And when should you get in? Now, in hindsight, it looks like that's highly probably a bottom. So, and it gets even more confusing if you did that on a lower time frame, is it not? So let's take a look at this, right?
Just to interrupt you.
Paul, can you hear us? Can you hear us?
Sorry, it's midnight here, so I was in the shower. Midnight in Australia.
Right, no problem.
It's minus 3 degrees Celsius. So I left the webinar, sorry, and then I came back and I saw that you asked me to speak. So I beg your pardon to interrupt the webinar. How are you doing?
Yes, very good, Paul. Yeah, good to hear from you. I was just remembering you because we were looking at the Brent oil trade, and it just reminded us of us.
When we were in London with Gavin.
Exactly, that's right. Yeah.
Hit both profit targets. That was what on the day V-Day. That's his V-Day. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, it was 3 targets really, and today it's we got 2 targets. I think the first one it's got there, but we didn't get our entry fill actually today, or we might get it right now. I don't know. Let's see how that goes, and then we will. Yeah, that's what we were remembering you.
That's what happened. Thanks. Yeah, I wish ES would do something intelligent. It's all over the show. Yeah, so many confusing signals, but it's it's just broken through both my profit target 1 and 2, using the new trade guider. And interestingly enough, the SMI didn't trigger for the current down move.
Which instrument was that?
I'm on ES at the moment.
ES. Okay.
But yeah, it's not worth looking at. It's been moving sideways. It's just crazy. And a massive spike up to the top. Yeah, good profit taken by the institutions there to knock out all the stops, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's why we take a look at both of all the trend alignments and everything, and we look at the combination of the indicators. In fact, I am going to go through this at the moment, and you can also take a look with the S&P. I'm going to take a look at all the parameters we look at before we look at entry.
Just gonna shut the door and put the heater back on in this room. Hold on a sec.
Yeah, no problems. So as I was saying, guys, and that was good that Paul was sharing there as well on the S&P, that it was going on the sideways, and what you guys can have as a checklist. So let me go through this, right? So the first thing that you guys can take a look at, as I said, look at the trend alignment. So for example, on the 15-minute, as I was saying, if I remove that, right, and if you take a look at this, especially in real time as well, you can get a bit confused, isn't it? If I show this to 10,000 people, some people might say, you know what, that is a top. Some people might not agree. Some people might say, you know what, no, I agree that this is probably a top. Some might not agree. So like that, it becomes a lot of confusion and subjectivity starts to happen. And even when you're writing this, maybe in hindsight, then you take a look, only when you're here, oh, that's probably a top. But how does that help you write the move, right? And even if you did write the move on this seller bar here, when this happens, would you say that's a bottom or not? So all this confusion will start to happen, right? So that's why the quant traders back in those times in the 1960s and 70s, they started to quantify what a top and a bottom is. And that's what we got here at Master the Markets. You can see the blue arrow is where the bottom is, and the top arrow, the orange arrow, is a top, okay? And when does it get confirmed? You will see it on the right side of the chart, because that's what we need for real-time trading. You can see that the blue dot, this bottom got confirmed by this bar here, and that top got confirmed by this seller bar over here, okay? So that's how we first find out with this top and bottom quantification. After we do the top and bottom quantification, right, then from there you can get 4 data points. The first data point being the trend, right, and the phase of the market. So in here I can easily see, right, the 15-minute, that's a downtrend, that's a phase 1. Now what do I mean by a phase 1? In a downtrend, the part of the cycle which is in alignment with the trend, right, this top to bottom move is going down as well, I call that phase 1. Okay, the other one where it's going against you, then we call that phase 2. And after that, if the trend sustains, then we'll come back to phase 1, and so on and so forth. Phase 2, phase 1, phase 2, right? So that's what we call phase 1 and phase 2. So like that, because we got our bottoms and tops quantified, so our first data point, right, as I said, we will get the all the trend and phases across the different time frames. This is what this table is all about, right? This trend alignment table. This is what we take a look at. And the same thing for the Brent oil, as we were taking a look at. This one I need to put it all together. I'll do that together with you guys shortly as well. Let me just quickly take a look on Brent oil. Yeah, it's still coming back, but it's not filling us, probably because of the spread. Now, so on Brent oil, if you can see, right, so here I've got a downtrend, phase 1 here, right, on the daily time frame. On the 4-hour time frame, you see easily I can see over here, right, I can get all the trends. So this is an uptrend, right, this is an uptrend, phase 2, right, because only the top got confirmed. And then the 1 hour is a downtrend, phase 2. So uptrend, phase 2, right? So let me write that, uptrend, phase 2. And then this one is also uptrend. Is it downtrend, phase 2? Yeah, it's downtrend, phase 2. So let me do that. And then here, this is a downtrend, phase 2. And then on the 15-minute, it's also a downtrend, phase 2 as well, okay? So finally, we got an entry there. I will keep that one there. And I will remove that one here. So this is a downtrend phase 2. Finally, we got the fill. So downtrend phase 2 as well, right? So this is how we get first all the trends across the different time frames. Sometimes, some days, when we don't get trend alignment or direction alignment, you don't trade that instrument. You can take another instrument or look into another instrument, okay? So that's what we can do over there. So that's on the Brent oil. But you see, the next thing what we then do, after we got all the trend and phases across the different time frames, then we look for at least trend alignment or directional alignment. Let me explain. So for example, the DAX over here, this is very simple. 3 time frames are uptrend. Only 1 time frame is a downtrend, phase 1. So I need this 15-minute at least to direction align. So I need it to become a downtrend phase 2. Okay, that's what we need. Now, in terms of Brent oil, if you see, there's trend alignment wise, there's downtrend across 3 time frames. Okay, but in terms of direction alignment, we are getting basically 2 time frames pointing to the up, right? Downtrend phase 2, downtrend phase 2. So the direction alignment, at least the direction alignment is also aligning with the trend on the 4-hour. Okay, that's how. Then, not only that, we also will take a look on the stretch line as well. And in terms of the stretch line here, we saw that on Brent oil, okay, over here on Brent oil, in terms of the stretch line, we saw that it was taken out to the upper stretch line over here, okay? So that's what we are seeing, okay? Right, so that's the upper stretch line, right? And then the bias will be towards the long side because of these alignments. Now, let me go through fully first, and then this will start to make sense. Now, so that's the first thing we do, okay? Trend alignment, direction alignment, right? And then after that, then we form a bias, okay, based on the trend direction and the phases. But that's not the end all be all for us to enter the trade, okay? The second thing then we also look at traders, we take a look at the stretch principle. So the stretch is what I've talked about here, whether it's taken out the green, you can see here, right? There's one which is in blue line, which is the open price for the day, and then an equidistant line on both sides. There's a red line and a green dotted line there. So in terms of that, we can see over here that it's taken out the green one. So the stretch is toward upper stretch line. So therefore, there's a high probability, if you take a look over here, of this bar that is forming. If I were to draw this bar here up, right? There's a high probability that the bigger range from the open is going to form to the upside, okay? That's the whole premise for looking at all of that, right? So that's why we look at all of this, okay? So that one there, right? So that one here, so it's upper stretch, okay? So that's what the second thing that I take a look at, okay? So let's carry on. So the first thing I look at is trend alignment and direction alignment with the SMI indicator, because we have quantified what a bottom and top is. That's more easy to do across all time frames, no more guesswork, all validated. The second thing then I then take a look at is then the stretch principle, as I said. Then the third thing then we also take a look at is the volume, right? So over here, as I said in the DAX, right? So even though all the higher time frames are towards the uptrend, but the VSA light is towards, there's a red dot over here. But then we need to wait for at least the bottom to confirm. There's potential buying also happening, indicated by the VSA indicators. So we will wait for this to confirm a bottom of a blue dot, because not all is aligning towards the downside, right? So we hold back. So we preserve our profits, don't get into a trade out of impulse. Even though this might be going down and might think, oh, I'm missing the trade or whatsoever, if it doesn't fit your rules, there's no edge in that system, okay? So you follow your rules consistently. Then the fourth thing, so after your trend alignment, direction alignment, stretch, and then the volume and all of that, that should give you almost a good probability then to enter after you've put all of these things together. The last thing I also take a look at is also the range. Has it done the range for today or not? Okay, I'll take a look on the daily time frame and all of that, as I did over here on the DAX as well. So if you saw on the DAX over here, I'll take a look if it's done its range. One ATR range and the 80% ATR range. So today the DAX hasn't done the 1 ATR range, is only done about 262, as I can see from the right hand side, which was designed by our clients as well. And over here, this has done only 262, but it's covered its 80% range. That's the other thing that I also take a look at as well. After these 4 things I've taken a look at, then I will be able to form a bias and get ready for entry. But the exact entry where we enter is always on the confirmation dot of the SMI, on the close of the confirmation bar. Okay, so that's how we take a look at that. Now, in terms of then finally then placing our stop loss and our target, our stop loss, I will use the MAE number over here, right? The MAE number, okay? And the MAE number will tell me, this is in ATR at the moment, the MAE number over here will tell me if I place my stop loss 1.5 ATR away from the close of the bar, let's say for a short to the upside, I won't get stopped out 95% of the time. Now that's quite a powerful stats to have, right? Before it gets to its maximum point, all right? So that's the fifth thing that I look at, the MAE. And the sixth thing, of course, target is where you realize your money. Okay, you can design different strategies, some with targets and some with no targets. But if you did put a target in here, where should you look at into putting a target? Then you take a look at the OE data, and that will tell you also over here on this table where to place your targets accordingly. Okay, this is how we got our targets for the different instruments of 1 ATR, 50 cents, $1, $2, and all that. Okay, and this can tell you across any different time frames. All right, so these are the 6 things that I will look at, traders, before we start to implement the strategy, look to enter on it, put a stop loss, and then put a target on that. As I said, if this is a bit too much overwhelming for you guys, if it's the first time you guys are joining us, I would highly recommend that you guys first watch basically the 7 steps to CTP first. Okay, that's the first thing to do. After you put your details in, then the videos will be sent to you, and you can watch that at your own free time. The other things, for those of you guys who are quite intermediate, who've been following us for quite some time, look through our YouTube channel, look through all the live section, but I highly recommend you guys watching the stretch principle videos there as well. As well as on Trade Guided channel, we got a lot of live order that we have done together as well, but you can take a look at that as well. Okay, and SMI and VSA, if you want to get your hands on them, on both the indicators matching together, you can go and take a look at the website, or drop us an email at clientservice@masterthemarkets.net. We'll be happy to answer any questions. We're very happy to say that most of our clients have been following all this methodology. You know, their confidence have improved, their conviction has improved, and also their whole strategy has improved in terms of their performance. A lot of them are taking Traders Challenge accounts. They show us their account statements and everything. It's amazingly going in the right track. Even our live trading room this year, just end of day strategies, not intraday, just on 3 strategies, 10 instruments, we are up nearly about 14-15% up, okay, after having a little bit of drawdown in the first 2 months. I guess that's pretty much what I wanted to cover. The last one was the Elite Traders Mastermind Annual Summit as well. Those of you guys who want to get hold of that, you will have the links there to take a look at all of that. I guess we're right on the dot at 3 p.m. I will keep an eye on Brent oil and see how that carries on to be towards his second target. We will also manage our stop losses accordingly, and I'll also take a look at DAX and how that goes. That did turn into a downtrend phase. So position on DAX, but I'll take a look at the get any other positions on that. Good. I think if there are no other questions, or Paul, do you want to add anything in over here?
Sure, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah. Did you have any specific questions you wanted me to cover from the trade
Not
side?
really, no. I just wanted to, yeah, if anything else you want to add in just generally, yeah, that's totally fine.
Your summary of the capabilities of the VSA side was very light this evening, but in essence, the true benefit of the 2 systems, if you had to summarize it, is your quantitative method will show the open equity that's available for the highest probability of the potential move to traders who are sitting in front of the move and have aligned. And the big question is, when it gets in the move, how far will this go? Will it
Exactly.
reach my target? Will it not reach my target? But given your quantitative method that the quant traders over the years have established and using the ATR percentages, which you touched on this evening, we can clearly say with the percentage probability being very high that it will reach there, even though there might be rotations or retracements. Gavin's side of the software, which is the VSA, will clearly highlight exactly where the footprint of the smart money is so that you can get confirmation from the volume and Gavin's indicators, including the new ones that Charles Atmore is programming in as well, that exist in the current NinjaTrader version of the software and are coming across to the internet version that we looked at this evening. So between the two, that gives the traders a higher confidence to enter a trade because the trade guide signals are giving confirmation of the direction that your SMI quant method has said that the move will go. And trade guide is saying, yes, there's high probability at this point. You can enter long, or you can enter short in the direction that you've already ascertained using the SMI as the base first before we look at trade guide.
Yeah, thank you for that, Paul. Yeah, that was a nice add-on and really good summary as well. Yeah, those have been asking, yeah, where's yeah, Gavin was meant to join us, but last minute he had to just go into the hospital. He had this rib issues, and hopefully he'll be fine. I think I'm in contact, and we'll keep you guys posted. But I'm sure he will recover fine and strong. And but other than that, yes, I mean, in terms of the volume structure and the SMI, when they combine together, they give you very, very strong, robust signals. And as you nicely said, Paul, with the OE and the MAE, it really boosts your confidence and conviction in standing through the volatility. I think that's the main key over here. Right, traders, I guess we've gone a little bit above time over here. That's good. We'll keep an eye on all these trades at the moment. And what we'll also do on the Telegram channel, we'll manage these positions and we'll let you know how they carry on to be. I think other than that, that's quite a wrap for today. And as we always say, till the next time, stay disciplined, follow your trading plan, and keep trading like a master. Take care and bye for now.
Thanks, Thank you, Terry. Good night.